G'day guys, MFWest here, and today we have a long King's Rest commentary. I'm sorry it's so long. I actually meant for it to be 23 minutes, but some of the boss fights didn't speed up they didn't get sped up, so I'm going to try to be quick here and get right into the commentary. There's plenty more of these videos coming out. I will minimize them down to about 22 minutes. The gear that I'm running is around 412 item level. 4M plus, I would not recommend using Treacherous Covenant, but I haven't got any other ones to use, so that's my headpiece. These are my other ones, Magus, Bestamite. I would also use Hell Chains rather instead of Magus. And yeah, so I've got two Magus and stuff, but in King's Rest on Tyrannical, it's not that bad, okay? So the affixes for this dungeon are Tyrannical, Necrotic, and Raging, okay? And these are the trinkets that I use. So currently, these are my stats: 21% haste, quite a lot of haste, almost 20% crit, 6% verse, and 30.5% mastery. King's Rest is quite single target orientated, guys, so that's why I'm so single target focused. And pretty much, yeah, my talents, the typical single target setup for raids. And for those wondering, like, how do I play Unholy and M+, I have a guide coming out. Just give me a week or two. Well, not a week or two, just like another week. I'm compiling all the clips from all the keys I've been doing, and it's going to be great. So give the video a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of these, comment down below. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so King's Rest 16. Okay, so we actually wanted to cloak, like a rogue cloak, the first bit all the way into the room, so past the two guardians here, past the next two guardians, but our rogue unfortunately like took a step too close to the animated guardian, so we had to deal with it, which is not a problem. Like, it might have shaved, okay, it would have shaved off like another minute, and yeah, we still had a minute on the clock at the end, so it all is okay. But it's a small thing, so we decided to cloak through here, which is still okay. And we would have lost a lot of time if we had to kill those two though. So we all make it over here, and we're going to activate the event now. Necrotic Raging are the affixes for those of you that are watching it after the week that it is now. And generally, King's Rest is not too bad for Necrotic Raging. You have to be careful of the warriors when they enrage though, because they are big boys when they enrage. Yeah, and there's not much you can really do, just try and coordinate with your group for necrotic stacks. We have a monk. Our monk Ring of Peace is our main way to reset our DK stacks, because you know DKs don't have the mobility. 1, 2, they hot fixed it like a patch ago that you can no longer AMS necrotic application, so that really sucks. So I basically am coordinating kicks. You can see my kicks on the far left, and you can see my rotation top left. I'm like basically calling out kicks on the Doctor to make sure that the Deathly Shields aren't one-shotting our tank, especially when it enrages. Now we actually have a Hunter, so anything that needs to be, you know, kind of soothed and taking like the enrage effect away, our Hunter deals with, which is amazing. So we've got a lot of utility in this group, and I'm liking this kind of like setup that we have here. It's not the perfect M+ team, but you know, it does the job. So yeah, if you let a volley go through when he enrages, you are wiping so badly. Remember, this is tyrannical, so mobs won't hit that hard, but you know, in the future, obviously we'd like to chain pull some of these packs here, but this is our first time doing King's Rest as this group, so kind of just wanted to, you know, just take it a little bit easy. Like, the key's doable. If you're trying to push like a high level key though, you probably should put multiple packs together, but to get the job done, we don't really need to. So again, focusing on the volley. Now we're going to get reaping as soon as we kill this pack, so be mindful. In keys, I died there. I actually had aggro on one of the on the Witch Doctor because I was like tunneling her so much, and my tank couldn't go and pull her back because his necrotic stacks were very high. So unfortunately, I die there. Reaping happens, and I don't get to DPS this reaping, but the team's got it because BM hunters can take care of reaping pretty well. So yeah, unfortunately, like I said before, I was trying to save Dark Transformation, and you have to be very aware of the reaping packs when you need Dark Transformation, because you need to have Dark Transformation up for every reaping pack. It just makes it go like literally 20 seconds faster than it would without, because you know, applying your wounds onto all the different targets through your Dark Transformation and sweeping claws. So that's something to be very mindful of. M+ is just knowing when to use your cooldowns effectively on trash packs to do the most amount of damage. Alright, so Golden Serpent is a pain in the ass, okay, because he pumps. So the gold application does like 80 to 100k a tick on Tyrannical, and I think Monk is one of the best, honestly one of the best classes to deal with it. So, alright, before Spit Gold comes out, you can AMS it. If he targets you, he pre-targets somebody, as he's casting it, you can AMS and the application doesn't go on, okay? You can AMS before he even does the ability and it will go on someone else, but it's better to wait till it goes on you and then you can AMS, because that's more uptime your other DPS have. I didn't do that there, I was a bit selfish. I AMS before he even did it, so there it goes on me now. I honestly communicate with your healer. You might need to put an external on the second or third golds because they do so much damage, guys. Like, look at my HP, disgusting. I probably IBF the next one, and then I think I death pack the last one, and the boss is dead. So yeah, kind of sucks the rogue gets so many spits, but I mean that's just more uptime for me, right? So yeah, it is a bit of rush on the clock. You want to make sure you position all your golds near the stairwell, and when the blobs do spawn, just virulent plague and spam epidemic, and they'll pretty much one-shot them. There's no problem there. No need for the rogue to swap off or anything like that. So I IBF here. I respect the spit. I definitely respect the spit, and we're gonna IBF here and get back on the boss. And that's pretty much it. If the boss goes for a long period of time and you manage to kite him around the room and blobs get close, that's when this boss gets hectic, or the healer can't keep up with the spit golds. That's pretty much it, really. Spit gold on me here, so I'm going to kill these blobs. Be careful, when you kill them they drop pools of goo, I guess, on the ground. So yeah, that's my third one there. I don't death pact it, so I'm saving death pact here. As I come back, he does his stupid gust. So the gust is actually physical damage. You cannot AMS the gust and just stay in, and it will pretty much one-shot you on a 16 here. So just maybe like less than a 10 for sure. If you have more than 230k HP, you can stay in. But I mean, your healer's gonna hate you, and with spit golds going out and you getting hit by that, it's not very nice to your healer, is it? So the ads spawn here, and as I run out here, I decide to jot them up and just pretty much one-shot them with epidemic. Like it's brain dead easy, the BM hunter can beast cleave it with and pretty much one-shot it with me. So the rogue can stay on the boss permanently. Here comes my spec gold, and I've already used my death pact, and I get a huge heal there. So that's really awesome, and boss is pretty much dead. After this gust, we just commit. I used my grongs there not to cancel it because I would have died in that gust. So yeah. The only mistakes in this dungeon come from the one mistake there at the beginning, and I make another mistake later on, but I'll discuss what it was. But otherwise, everything else is pretty clean. This next room is very important, so probably one of the hardest like ads in the dungeon, because you will unfortunately you have to overlap one of these gauntlet mini bosses with reaping, and that can be a deadly combo depending on what you get. So we've got the queen and the king here, boyfriend and girlfriend. Pretty much focusing the queen down, rotating your kicks again with the group, making sure that you all use your kicks efficiently to stop her from getting all the bolts off. When she enrages, it gets pretty fun, but Death Knights can deal with it quite well with AMS. Run away from the Blaze Storm, and down she goes. The Blaze Storm gets really, really hardcore when he enrages, so yeah. So this is pretty much why you want to be running single target, like full single target build in here, guys. It's just the most amount of mobs a pack you're going to get are the blobs, and that's not even very important. Dark Transformation without bursting swords and stuff can take care of it. That's why I'm full single. Like, single target is the most important thing inside King's Rest. The funnest pack in the dungeon, because it's like a 6-pack or 5-pack, whatever. Yep, just watch out for the purple swirls on the ground. If you stand them, you take a lot of damage. We use Ring there so the tank can reset his necrotic stacks. That's very important, because this pack will apply them, you know, six at a time, so pretty hectic. And now we have to kill them before he needs to. Well, so now he has cooldowns available for the next set of necrotic, but yeah, it's a race now to kill them as soon as possible so he doesn't get like 40 stacks. Okay, King's not too bad when he enrages. The one that our tank's scared of is the shooty bitch. She just spams shoot, and when she enrages, it is gross. It is so gross. So when we kill this guy, let me just see. I think it is now. I grip him away for some necrotic stacks. Yep. So that's reaping. We're gonna get reaping with whatever combo we get here, and I believe it's Lightning Boy. Okay, so this is the hard thing. I was trying to actually find this dude's nameplate in the midst of all of his shits to grip him, and look at me. I'm just trying to find it. I see him, I grip it, and it's fine. But we're out of grips now because our Death Knight had to use it before. So the next one's gonna have to be unfortunately go off. This is a bit of downtime that we wasted here. So if we just coordinated our grips up until this point, it would have been better. But again, it's hectic with reaping. Sometimes it's worth getting that grip off on the lone soul that's like casting. So yeah, I made that decision, and unfortunately it was a little bit wrong there. This one as well, got nothing for it. Monk ring is down as well because we use that for necrotic. So yeah, just a little bit of overlap on abilities, but not too bad, not too bad. And now we just got Raptors. So little tip here for King's Rest, there's a Raptor like every fucking 100 meters. You know, they all do the same thing. They all basically, what do you call it? They jump and then they do this channel where they're like swiping their claws, and you guys can, you can't stun them unfortunately, but you can grip it. Gripping it stops the channel. Okay, so it's just good to do that on every jump, because basically if you have 2 DKs for example, your grips line up eventually. So yep, there he goes, and he's pretty much dead by the second grip. So easy. Now this is the guy I was talking about. She pumps. Look at how freaking DK's HP. Holy shit, she pumps. Like, that is disgusting. Yeah, she knows how to shoot. She shoots pretty well. This guy is not a problem within range. Very, very easy. Bit of a push over here. So here you want to be using saving Dark Transformation. You can use everything else here, but save Dark Transformation because we're going to do a big pull on the blobs. Rather step in the fiery shit on the ground than get hit by the beam. The beam dot is gross, and you mustn't be hit by it. It just does way too much damage, okay? So here we're going to pull this entire left side of the room, mostly all the blobs, and yeah, Blood Decay uses the Sky Step Potion like a big boy, and we're going to Dark Transformation here and pump them as fast as we can. Yeah, so basically when it comes to AoE in this dungeon, the BM Hunter and I have it sorted. Even though I'm not Bursting Swords build, it's more than enough AoE damage to kill this pack. Like, look at that BM Hunter, 100k, like, it's fine, 100% fine. No need for Bursting Swords when we have 160k, it's fine. We possibly could have pulled this with Big Boy, but DK being able to kite the necrotic stacks. Small things like that, like just chaining a few more pulls, can really help with the timer at the end, but this is our first time in a while doing a King's Rest, so, and sorry, the reason why he did that is because we had Reaping, so kudos to the tank being smarter than I am. Yeah, very, very, very quick and easy Reaping pack, one of the easiest in the dungeon, because before the range people can come in, you just like one-shot the blobs, and then it's a bit stagnant, and you can just one-shot this next group that come in. Now Dark Transformation's almost up here, and we can use it on this big dude over here. You can use your Unholy Frenzy on this big dude, and then you want to start saving shit for the boss. So knowing when you can kind of slip in cooldowns in between packs so they're up for the boss is just down to experience. So I'm trying to let you guys know whereabouts you can use your 1 and 2 minute cooldowns. So here I can use Dark Transformation and Frenzy, and they'll be up for the boss. Sometimes I get it wrong and I'm a little bit off, but for the most part it's generally kind of accurate, I guess. Yeah. So this boss, yeah, pretty easy. The only one thing that can one-shot you is the fire shit on the ground. If you get hit by it, you're gonna die, 100%. I think AMS would save you for like half a tick, but it just does so much damage, and you just gotta kind of pray that it goes on the range, because you don't have to move and you can just brain dead melee, you know. Coordinate with your healer external CDs, because you might need to. The drain fluids are pretty hectic, but with a Mistweaver monk, okay, so he just envelops the person and they're fine. But if he needs to, you can drain, you can AMS the drain fluids, and you will get runic power in return, and your healer will love you. So there's no reason not to do that. And yeah, we're pumping this boss. We've got an assassination rogue for a reason, and he is going to destroy this boss with me. So yeah, I got a Grongs here. So using Grongs in dungeons is pretty tricky. You actually cancel it there. You gotta be very careful not to die from Grongs. You want to be using it when there's a bit of downtime. So when he's just done the fire mechanic, you can use your Grong trinket. And I've actually simmed Grong's Primal Rage, and it's actually my best trinket for Mythic Plus right now. How sad is that? So it kind of pumps, and on bosses it really does a lot of damage, so I guess I'll have to use it. Okay, so we're getting these like neat little fire patches that are all clumped up together. Very, very nice. He's already half HP and we're almost done here, so. Okay, so Drain Fluid goes out, and then the next we're going to get one more Entomb, I believe, and then the boss is pretty much dead at that point, okay? So, yeah. Very straightforward fight. You shouldn't have any problems here. The next half of the dungeon will decide if you chest it or not. I think the first part of King's Rest is very easy. First boss can be a little bit difficult if you haven't got like the output, the throughput and the output, I guess, for it. But this part up to here is really, really easy. So yeah, Machimba the Embalmer is going to go down here pretty soon. And we're doing pretty good single target. I mean, Unholy is not known for its single target, but when you go raid single target builds, then you can do some decent damage because you have army for most of these bosses. The only army, the boss that I don't have, actually no, I do have army for every boss in this dungeon. See, if it kind of lines up like that on larger keys, then Unholy can be quite decent. Like having army for a boss is huge. You could stay on par with rogues, as you can see here. I'm kind of trying to stay on par with them, but yeah, so not that bad. And we bring good AoE, so yeah, pretty lucky with these fire patches. Most of them went onto the monk and the hunter. So make sure your ranged players, your healers, and your rogues, sorry, your hunters, stay outside of the melee group so you can have a lot of uptime. So there it goes in the tank or the rogue, and we're just gonna move him, and down he goes. Right, so this next part, the bridge, is very important. You do this bridge fine, it's just bosses. So this is the next, like, this is the hardest part of the dungeon, I think. Like, a lot can go wrong here. So, Berserkers. Now, you can imagine Berserkers are one of the scariest mobs in this expansion, okay? So, if you always have to be standing behind them, okay, guys? Be very mindful of which direction they're facing. And after they leap, they do a swing. And if you're standing in front of them, you're going to get a huge bleed on you. And trust me, the bleed is absolutely gross. I've healed on my monk. It is disgusting. Yeah, just don't do it. Kill healing tides. Interrupt witch doctors on rotation with your group. Make sure you're getting, you know, it's very important to get kicks on hexes and whatnot, which reduce your downtime. And this next guy, we coordinate grips here. So I'm gonna grip the first ground crush, and then yeah, it's just running out of every single one after that. Very annoying mob. Takes so much time to kill this freaking ad. Actually, one of my least favorite ads in this game. I'll be honest. Fuck this ad. Like, this thing's a piece of shit. He takes a long time to kill, and on fortified he has way too much HP. So our DK is actually just deciding to play it safe and MC the Berserkers. He doesn't MC a Beastmaster Hunter. That's fine. You can do that if you want. There's just less margin for mistakes if you do that. And again, this is our first time in a while doing King's Rest, so we kind of just played it safe. I just took a large claw to my face there. Not very smart idea from me. And yeah, Berserker's down because he takes it. We get Reaping here. And the fact that he took it because it was up when Reaping was up. And some things can go wrong. Like, say we're dodging the Risen Souls on the ground, and we kite in front of the Berserker, and he was enraged, and he does a swing, and we all get it wipe. So it's a good call. He's playing really smart, and that's kind of what you want, to be honest. And we can use him, and we can drop him off later on. So it's fine. Alright, so we actually end up using Cloak of Shadows here. I'll point out where. We're going to kill this next pack, and then we're going to cloak all the way through, I believe. Or the next 2 packs and then cloak, sorry. Yeah. So a bit of downtime there, just standing there and talking about what we're going to do. But we decided to go on, and yeah. Just be careful about the bleeds. Your Hunters is actually dispelling the enrage effects on every time on the Berserker when he enrages, so really, really good stuff. And there's a huge bug still that your pets are still... If your pet's standing in front of him, his bleed effect kills them, like... God damn it, Blizzard, can you please fix pets dying? In Siege, in Underrod, and in Kings. Like, my pets are always dead. Feels bad, man. Now, I freaking spaz out, and I forget about Deadeye Shot, and I get knocked off. So we lose about 45 seconds here. I'm not going to show it because it was just ridiculous. We cloak here to the next boss, and we kill these 2 Berserkers. Now, we actually weren't going to kill them. Then we saw Lust cooldown. We're like, oh, wait. We saw there was Butcher first, and we had 2 minutes left on Lust, so we're like, let's just kill them anyway. So, yeah. Decided to kill these 2 Berserkers. We still won. And we honestly, we want to have Lust for this Butcher guy, because Butcher is absolute bullshit of a boss. I hate this next boss. Like, I'm actually going to time how long this boss takes. So, we're at 12 minutes and about 40 seconds. I just closed it. Okay, we kill this next one. About 12:35, 12:25, 12:20. Oh, let's look at the time on the clock on the stopwatch, top right. Okay, so it's 10:06. All right, it's 10:06. Okay, 10:06. All right, so this part you just want to blow everything: Lust, pots, army, everything. Kill this Butcher because the next 2 are easy. It's just totems, and we're gonna Hunter, so it's very easy to kill the totems. And then it's just what do you call it? Chargy guy. So yeah, running it, do not get hit by a single axe. So I get chosen 2 times with the throwy axe, and it pumps. It also, like, this ability hits so much, guys, and your healer has to focus heal you, like spot heal you like crazy. And it's important that if you have that dot on you, you have to make sure you don't get hit by anything else because your healer will honestly hate you. I don't get hit by anything else. Good job for me. Good job, MFWest, and he goes down. So having army here is crucial, but it was just kind of lucky that he was first, because you can just blow your load and have it up for the next guy. So he goes down relatively quick, and he throws an axe at me before he dies, like one of those last-ditch efforts. So I death packed here, my healer's like, why'd you death pact? And I was just like, dude, I was scared, alright? Here's a bit of downtime where you can use your Grong Trinket at the start here. You cannot use it on Butcher Boy at all. Trust me, it's just not happening. Here, hopefully your Death Knight or tank can parry the hit that this guy does, so he doesn't have to run away. But yeah, if need be, you have a taunt if he connects with your tank, so your tank doesn't get one shot. So just moving out here, and now be very careful after you kill this guy to always be mindful of where he will charge throughout the fight. It's going to come down to Totem Boss, and then making sure that you absorb this hit and watching him where he is, so your group can position. So he passes through everyone before hitting the target. So he dies pretty quick, and I think our DK parries this next debilitating backhand. Yep, parries it, easy game, and we just burn him here before the next one. I think he almost gets the next one, but he doesn't. So not too bad. I just get back in time from that axe. And like the axes are so annoying throughout this phase. Like, why can't they just not be there? Alright, so we're on the last one now. Totem Boss. Our Hunter will automatically one-shot the Explosive Totem, and that's really, really good. The Rogue can Shadow Step if need be. Shadow Stepping is a little bit dangerous though, because if you Shadow Step to a Totem and then the axe pushes you off, you're dead, so just be careful with that. I normally go over to the Stonewall or the Electrocution Totem first, so here it comes. Thundering is right next to me. I just wanted to make sure that Explosive was dying. I just dodged that Thundering Crash, and now we're going to one-shot it, so yep. I would honestly put, if no one's near Thundering Crash, doesn't matter, just kill Stonewall and Explosive like priority, and then go over and kill Thundering. Whatever you need to do. So, yeah. I think we get 1 or 2 more totem phases. Another tip, guys, this boss does a Poison Nova ability. Kick it at the end of the cast. It's a very long cast. Look how long this cast is. You want to kick it at the very end, because when you kick it, totems will activate, okay? But for some reason here, she doesn't activate totems, and it's a bit delayed because she wants to do the axe ability. But generally, after you kick Poison Nova, totems come out. So honor them all here, and Virulent Plague just not wanting to go over there and apply, piece of shit. And yeah, we're gonna kill her before the next set of totems. Yeah, so it's just important, like at the very end when she's about to die, that you don't kick early on Poison Nova, because if you do, totems come up, Stonewall comes up, and she gets a shield, and no one wants her to have a juicy shield on her. And then the Rogue kicks her there by mistake, but we kill her before totems come out, or as totems come out. Either one, she dies. Bless the Lord, she's dead. Alright, so cool, on to the last boss. Now this will come down to mostly having your group A doesn't have enough damage. We Shroud here, almost get fucked by the cinematic. This is why rogues are amazing, dude. We just missed a whole stack of freaking mobs. We've got 6 minutes left. We're going to kill this bloody Zul guy, and we're going to have about 4 minutes, which is perfect. That fight took like literally 5 minutes, by the way. 6, 12, 5 to 6 minutes. So that's ridiculous. So you literally need about 15 minutes coming into that boss. Disgusting. Shadow Azul's pretty straightforward. Tank hopefully has magical mitigation, and then yeah, pop everything here. I would pop Dark Transformation and Unholy Frenzy on this guy. Save Apocalypse. So, last boss, it's can your healer deal with the amount of healing required? I think our healer does about 30k HPS at the end of this fight, so hectic healing, our healer pumps. And the next thing you have to worry about is, can your tank deal with the blade combos? Does he have good mitigation for them? We do get reaping here because we accidentally pulled that one guy at the very beginning. I don't know if you guys remember. We were supposed to shroud past all that shit, and this is the result. So we waste about 20 seconds on this reaping pack, so not too bad. We have 4 minutes 53. Like, we got more than enough time to kill this last boss. So as you can see, we made 2-3 mistakes and we still have time, so not too bad. No, the most important things here is that you do not lust. If you do for some reason have lust, you never lust at the start of the fight. Why? If you lust at the beginning, you could push the gap between the Raptors down, and you don't want 2 Raptors at one time, because an A, necrotic, and B, they do so much damage. You want to take care of the Raptors separately, and you want to pump those Raptors. If anything, save your lust for when the second Raptor spawns. Now, again, like all Raptors in this game, you can grip this ability here, the channel that they do, you can grip it, so that's very, very important. If he jumps to a range player, like this, grip it back and interrupt it. Very, very important for a ranged uptime and not being having to move. I get 2 Quaking Leaps in a row. It's physical damage when he jumps on you, so if you need to, I haven't used any cooldowns on it besides Death Pact, which is fine. I have RBF in case one again goes on me, so yeah. Next thing, King Dazar will do these like tornadoes. He'll like, look in the direction that he's going to point, and then he will shoot a tornado in that direction. Don't be standing there. It does so much damage, to be honest, guys. It's nature damage as well, so yeah, it hurts. Next Raptor comes out. We've got less than 50 seconds, so we're gonna have to deal with this Raptor with combos. So it's gonna be the Raptor pumps and blade combos are going out, and it's 2 people putting necrotic stacks on you, so pretty juicy. This is the hardest part of the fight, and our monk's on half mana. Like, yeah, he's just having a good time. So our tank and healer are coordinating their internal and external cooldowns to make sure that every combo is safe. Now at this point my tank was getting low, and he was telling me just save runic power in case I drop. So I was there, and then we kill the Raptor and we're fine. Lust is about to come up, and I have army, so everything's going perfect for this fight. We've got 2 minutes left, and the boss is at 48%. So now all we have to do is deal with the spears, and we've got Lust, so it should be freaking easy. Lust goes off, army, let's go, let's pump, and let's just destroy this boss. So normally you do the thing where you run over the spears and then come back, and you can just sit still for most of the spears. But we just wanted to play it safe, so we just rotated around the room, and because of Lust, it goes pretty quick, so yeah, we're just going to rotate around the room. I get very low there. Have Death Pact, wasn't that much of a problem. Death Pact's amazing, guys, jeez. Especially when there's no damage outside of the jump, so the healer can comfortably remove that debuff effect from Death Pact. So the healer's pumping, we're all at 20k DPS, which is really good. Acid Rogue's pumping, and this boss is going to die. So I've got actually a few more dungeons to show you guys. If you guys enjoyed this style of video, I have done these in the past, and they were well received. So I will continue to do these kind of videos because I know a lot of you are some Mythic Plus. If you want to know more about the talents and whatnot, I am making a guide. I'm just getting clips from these dungeons and stuff and putting it together. So I'll hopefully get that out for you guys as soon as possible. But thank you very much for watching the video. Follow me on social media at MFWest WoW on Facebook and Twitter. And of course, stay unholy. Peace.